Welcome to the Mindful Pro Mindfulness Practice. I am Sunish Mehta, and I'm about to lead you through a 10-minute simple mindfulness practice that makes us feel better about the current moment, better about the current day, time, and ourselves, to relieve stress, to bring equanimity to everything we do, and really bring to mind perhaps a very basic concept of no more high, no more low, but just simply free flow. So as we get into the mindfulness practice, let's talk about a few things in terms of how we can prepare. The 3 steps, of course, in this mindfulness pro practice is to prepare ourselves, to rewire ourselves, and then to open ourselves. And as part of preparation, let's make sure we sit up straight. If you are in a chair, keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, your palms down, and your back away from the back of the chair. If you need to tense your spine a little bit, that is perfectly okay. And then you want to get into that relaxed mode where you're no longer really in a tense mode. Place your hands with your palms down on your knees, or maybe with palms about the juncture of your stomach and thigh. And as we gently settle into our preparation and our prepared pose, let's slowly shut down everything else that we have around us and slowly get into that stable state of feeling grounded. And now let us begin with 2 nice deep breaths where we'll hold our breath once we inhale, and then we'll exhale, and then we'll start a 10-minute practice. I will be your guide. Stay with me, and let's benefit from the rewiring of our mind to this basic, simple 10-minute practice. So let's take a nice deep breath and inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now let us gently close our eyes or lower our gaze and let us begin. And as we settle into our posture, our preparation, let's enter the second step of the pro mindfulness practice, that is to simply rewire ourselves. And all we're going to do is simply focus in on our natural breath. Air coming in, air going out naturally. And simply being a spectator, an audience member, to observe how our natural breath, something you and I do 24/7, all the time, and simply sometimes are not even aware of it, without which we could not live. Nice and gentle, simple, and just being aware of the air flowing in and the air flowing out naturally, naturally, as it is, as it is. And as we observe our natural breath, You may notice that your mind has wandered away from the focus on the breath to perhaps a sound, a sensation, a feeling, a tingle, a tickle, a thought, a task, anything. As you slowly realize that your mind is no longer focused on the breath and your mind is focused on something else, simply be aware of that and nicely and gently let go of that sound, that notion, that sensation, that thought, and gently return your attention back to the breath. No judgment, nice and easy, gentle. And as you return your attention back to the breath, simply focus in on again your natural breath. And let's repeat the cycle over and over again, always knowing that we are anchored in our breath, something that is so simple and so natural, something that we do 24/7, something that we've done all our lives. And all we're doing is focusing on that natural breath and bringing our attention back over and over again as we get away from that. And let's repeat the cycle naturally, as it is, as it is. And again, you may find that your mind has wandered away from the breath. Simply again, let go nicely and gently and return our attention back to our breath and observe it once again, nicely, simply, naturally, as it is, as it is. And now, with 10 minutes complete, let us gently return to our surroundings, lift our gaze, open our eyes, and let's gently take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And I'd like you to focus on how you feel right now. A little quiet, a little peaceful, perhaps stable, perhaps grounded. Maybe you fell asleep, which is perfectly okay. Focus on how you feel, and this is where we enter into our third step in the Pro mindfulness practice, that is opening ourselves to the benefits. And if you give yourself a chance to practice this simple 10-minute Mindful Pro practice on a daily basis, you will start feeling the benefits almost immediately. A sense of peace, a sense of quiet, a sense of balance, a space that feels comfortable, where you can think in creative ways, you can be innovative, you can feel your energy in a balanced way, a reservoir of equanimity. And a simple practice like this over time makes a difference in our neurology. It rewires our brain, that leads to a rewiring of our mind away from reaction, emotion, away from anger, aversion, longing and craving, to a sense of equanimity, logic, and reason. And this naturally will bring stress relief to you in your personal life and your work life, slowly and gently over time. Make a commitment, make an intention that on a daily basis you will give yourself this 10-minute gift to your brain, to your consciousness, and to overall our ability to prosper mentally and physically. I wish you all the best. Once again, this is Sunish Mehta, your Mindful CPA, your Mindful Pro. Be well, be mindful, no high, no low, only free flow, only free flow, only free flow.